everyone, welcome to our special weekly program of TVRI Jogjakarta, Jogja Highlight. I'm Meta Dokang and I'm your host today. I'm with Basha. We are in the Jogja Exetorium at Sleman District, Jogjakarta. We will take you around Jogjakarta to see several places, tourist destination, and of course, several agenda was held in Jogjakarta. Okay, let's start the program. This is Jogja Highlight for you. Come on, Basha. Everyone, please introduce my co-host for today, Noah. Hi. This is the special one in Jogja Exetorium. Come visit Jogja Exetorium, okay? Okay, in the first segment, I would like to give you several agenda was held in Jogjakarta. And today, I will give you an information about the Islamic New Year was held in Jogjakarta, how the Jogjakarta society or Jogjakarta people of Jogjakarta celebrate and enliven the Islamic New Year. This is segment 1 in Jogja Highlight. Noah. This is segment 1. Segment 1.
After 3 years of suspension due to the pandemic at the turn of the new Islamic year 1 Muharram 1445 or 1 Surah Jimawal 1975, Puro Pakualaman Palace relatives and hundred of Abdi Dalam held a procession of Lampah Ratri Mubeng Bateng Kadipatan Pakualaman. This procession is a prayer for the welfare of Kadipatan Pakualaman. Begins with a full night of shadows puppet shows at Regal Wiwara Kusuma or in front of the entrance to Pura Pakualaman, presents puppeteers Ki Guitar Pramuji Widodo from Sandan Bantul with the play Patruk Ratu, which carries the message that despite having power, a leader should not forget the land, should not take advantage for his or her own benefit. The procession of Lampa Haratri Mubambata in Kadipatan Pakualaman started before midnight. The procession began with a prayer with the Santana Dalam and Abdi Dalam. The entourage of Santana Dalam and Abdi Dalam wearing Javanese traditional clothes of Puro Pakualaman with a Samir necklace released by Gusti Pangeran Haryo Indro Kusumo. The procession starts from the west axis of Puro Pakualaman to Sultan Agung Road, to the south through Bincaran Road, and then turn to Taman Siswa Road through the Bausasran intersection and continue to the west to Jagalan Road and come back to Sultan Agung Road in the south. The procession continued by circling the small bantang and back in the Puro Pakualaman courtyard. In the procession of walking for approximately 2.5 kilometers, all participants are silent or without talking. This hereditary ritual as a form of reflection asking of God protection to become a better person in the new year. All citizens who arrive are given the Jenang Manggul, typical Jenang of 1 Suro or 1 Muharram, containing white rice porridge, sliced omelette, meat floss, perkedel, and sambal krecek. Keris is one of the wealth of the Indonesian nation, especially in Yogyakarta, which has now been designated as a World Cultural Heritage recognized by UNESCO. In order to introduce Keris to the public and tourists, 25 artists and culturalists held a Napak Suran Keris exhibition, which was held at one of the batik centers in the Malioboro area. Interestingly, the collection of Keris on display is a private collection from among the collection belonging to the relatives of the Palace GBPH Yudaningrat, culturalist Hamzah Sulaiman, Butet Kertarajasa, artis Didi Ninitowo, Yati Pasek, Yubruk Marwoto, dan Bagus Sengarso, Tudalijo Angkring, and other artists. This event is a special attraction for tourists who come to Malioboro tourist area, especially foreign tourists. Napak Suran Keris exhibition lasts from 17 to 23 July, also filled with cultural education activities such as making pendok and merangi demo, or inlaying keris and making keris sarong, keris jamasan procession to kering exchange. This Napak Suran Keris exhibition, in addition to complementing the existence of tourism in the philosophy axis area, especially the Malioboro area, Tourists also get education about the keris, which is the nation's cultural wealth. Hundreds of residents of the barren coast of Gunung Kidul held a traditional ceremony of sea alms as a form of gratitude to God Almighty. A variety of various crops are collected and then thrown into the middle of the sea. The traditional tradition of sea alms of the barren coastal residents of Kemadang, Kelurahan Tanjung Sari, Gunung Kidul Regency as a form of gratitude for the abundance of crops for the people around the barren coast. Various crops are presented in the traditional ceremony of sea alms in the form of gunungan, ranging from vegetable fruits to the harvest of the sea. Beside that, various traditional art also enliven the traditional ceremony of sea alms. This tradition was held as a form of gratitude to God for the abundance of fortune to all people on the coast of Barren and in order to welcome the Islamic New Year 1445 Hijriah. With this traditional Siam's tradition can increase the enthusiasm of the community around the Barren Beach so as to boost the economy of local residents and increase tourist attraction at the Barren Beach.
Commemorating the Islamic New Year, residents of the foothill of Mount Merbabu in Magelang Regency, Central Java, parade thousands of tumpeng from the village to the hermitage location of Suro, one of Prince Diponegoro's soldiers, in a cultural kirap event. This is the atmosphere of the Sadranan cultural kirap tradition held a resident of three hamlets in Ngablak village, Ngablak sub-district, Magelang district, Central Java on Wednesday afternoon. The cultural kirap of 1,000 tumpeng starts from in front of the house of the head of Swanan hamlet, then walk around the village and end at the hermitage of Eyang Suro Gendero. In this cultural kirap, followed by a procession of traditional local arts along with ogoh-ogoh tigers that became attention of the resident. Seen thousands of residents walking up the stairs while carrying thousands of tumpeng and gunungan filled with vegetables, heading to the hermitage of Eyang Suro Gendero, is one of the soldiers of Prince Diponegoro. At the location of this hermitage, residents held a tradition of eating together from tumpeng brought by residents, and residents they scramble for the contents of the gunungan vegetables. The Sadranan tradition is the commemoration of the Sadranan years. This Sadranan tradition is a commemoration of the new Islamic years held by Ngablak villagers as a form of gratitude to the creators and to always be given safety and prosperity.
Okay, the number of trusts for the police in Indonesia has been increased about 70%. And this segment, I would like to introduce you the person who received the achievement for Hugeng Award 2022. And before that, this is the blue iguana, or my friend. This is blue iguana from the Jogja Exoterium. Okay, let's see this segment too for today. Oh my God.
I actually not me myself who conduct this program in Papua, but at that time, according to the order from Pak Kapolri at that time, General Tito Karnavian, I built the structure what we call as Bimas Noken. It's part of the operation called Nemangkawi at that time, and this structure, small structure, Nemangkawi consists of several structures. One of them is Bimas Noken. I try to make this concept clear. Bimas Noken consists of several programs at the time. This program as easy as implemented to the society according agriculture, how to make a farm, how to build the communication with the society through education, and also try to how we encourage the society in terms of culture, local culture. So small thing, but useful for the society. For example, we try to build the education society, to build the what we call as pondok belajar, something like that. We try to encourage the farmer to give them seed of plant like corn and vegetable and small thing, but they use it and not take a long term. Once again, this kind of program, it will be implemented in most of the area in Papua. At that time, the coverage area of operation is mostly in the mountain of Papua, like Lanijaya, Puncak Jaya, Nduga, and then Kiwi Rock, something like that. And we are happy that this small thing, it is accepted by the society of Papua in the mountain, mostly. And nowadays I heard that this program continue until now, but more massive because the program also try to influence by the government of let's say district. I mean, we have a Polres in Papua, and all Kapolres communication with the major, the Bupati, and they support this program. Yeah, when I was there, the program supported by Mabes Polri, and when Pak Listio Sigit as in charge as Chief of Indonesia National Police, the program getting still massive, and we all support by the resources, full of resources. So indeed, it is my honor to be part of this program, and now the most happiness that for me, this program still established, and I do hope that small thing but have a huge impact to the society. It was starting in, actually, I took initiative from the let's say from my successor. I was there in 1992. The program named Bimas Pionir. Let's say named Bimas Pionir. The program initiated by General Muhar Sipin. It was chief of Papua Regional Police. When I was there as a young officer, I follow his command. I joined the program of Bimas Pionir. Then it realized that this kind of program is really needed for the society. But at the time, we police have no enough resources. I mean, we cannot support them. We just try to give them an example. Okay, most of the police there should know how to become a carpenter, how to become a farmer, how to become, let's say, peternak, yeah, something like that. But the time being, police have power, have resources, have enough money to support. Not too much money, but enough money. So that's why when Pak Kapolri, Pak Tito, and then Pak Listio Sigit in charge as Indonesia National Police, they support us with resources. So I changed the program. Before just give an example, but now we are not only give an example, but we have support the seat, support the system, support the expert, how to make them more comfortable, to make knowledge for them, and also we try to implement if they have already harvest some, let's say, some plantation, melon or cucumber, we buy from them. We give to them. If we harvest chicken, pig, something like that, we buy that from them and we give to the society. And this is kind of what we call as let's say they need support, and then we give them support. Yes, it. There is not always a success story behind. The hardest part, because Papua in some extent is huge, and according to me is mystical of land. Some said that Papua is heaven of land, a piece of heaven on earth. That's Papua. But in some extent, we set up a program. We face with the circumstances, handicap in terms of we face the climate. Sometimes, okay, we set up. We will going to some area. Let's say we from Jayapura we go to Wamena at this time, and we will already prepare. But when it comes to climate situation, we change the situation. We cannot doing now. Okay, we waiting until the situation clear, and then we can go only by aircraft. We cannot doing by land by let's say by car, because that's the most important thing. Equipment, the most important thing, vehicle is by the air, mostly by the air. And then also we have another handicap. Yeah, there's some of our brother in the mountain of Papua. They still have a belief to be part of the struggle for the independence. I have no idea they are thinking about, but it's still until now we know exactly how they try to fight in terms of their belief. But I'm quite sure nowadays the province getting, we know Papua will become six new province, from 2 become 6, and I think the most important thing to divide it become more province is try to make the society getting rich in terms of welfare, getting peace, and also the development of Papua getting stronger, getting massive, and most of the thing, the change of command from the government to the society shorter. Nowadays only 2 provinces, and it's hard to maintain the big island of Papua. That's it.
Hi everyone, this is Abu and this is Rega. Yes, they are my new hosts, co-hosts. Your fire are fire. Okay, everyone, Yogyakarta as tourist destination give you and provide you several beautiful places, wonderful places to go with your friend. But not only that, we give you several places to hang out, a cozy hangout spot. And this is the information for you. Say hi. Say hi.
In order to strengthen relation of cooperation and celebrating the deep-root bond between Indonesia and Japan, the Japanese Embassy in Indonesia, KBRI Tokyo, Japan Foundation, and Jakarta Japan Club presenting Jogja Japan Week 2023 in Sleman City Hall next September. Event to commemorate 65 years of Indonesia-Japan cooperation and strengthen the relation between sister cities Jogja and Kyoto will feature collaborative educational aspect through workshop and exhibition of Asa Kreasi Japan. The fashion aspect will feature Japanese kimono and batik fashion show as well as Japanese eco-fashion. while traditional and modern Japanese culture is shown through traditional dance, music performance, and cosplay. Jogja Japan Week provides education to the public regarding both culture and entertainment for the people of Jogja. This fourth Jogja Japan Week event will feature art activists from Japan, Ai Husada, master of traditional and contemporary dancer Ogawa Daisuka, master of taiko musical instrument or percussion typical of the country of Sakura, while from Indonesia featuring dance maestro Didi Ninitowo. The existence of this international event is expected to lift Yogyakarta tourism, especially in Sleman district.
Many ways are done to attract tourists to visit a tourist location. If conventional business are focused on providing land as a place to relax, but now there is need to be many ways of marketing so the tourist location remain crowded visited amid the rampant competition for recreation places in Jogja. Relaxing today is not only defined by a calm atmosphere, but can get rid of fatigue, saturation and stress that is a daily burden, can now also be interpreted as relaxation. A cheerful mood after a tourist spot is believed to foster the spirit to work again. One of them is holding a concert at a tourist destination, and of course, this concert must prioritize song or a band that is familiar to the ears and even has a large number of fans. One of them is the legendary Indonesian band group Kus Plus, which still has a place in the heart of fans and musicians in Yogyakarta. The enthusiasm of the fans is often seen when the Kus Plus team music events are held. The longing of Kus Plus fans was treated with the holding of the Kus Plusan music event held at the Queen of the South Resort, Purwosari, Gunung Kidul. The community of fans and musicians dissolved in stage action, which presented dozens of songs of the legendary group of their idols. Songs that are familiar to the ears of fans are able to be well processed by a Kus Plus specialist band called R+. Their stage action was able to enjoy dozens of fans. The concert also attended by the Kus Plus community from other cities. Fans hope the big name of Kus Plus remain eternal in Yogyakarta. There are still many emerging Kus Plus-based community. The uniqueness of Kus Plus music is an attraction for its fans. The characteristic of Kus Plus will be very difficult to match any music group in Indonesia. Musicians who are oriented to Kus Plus are also required to develop musical skills. All Kus Plus personnel are known to have complete musical abilities. Not only music, the form of expression of love for fans is growing. Kus Plus, an event initiated by several communities with the Queen of the South Resort, is also medium for gathering fans. This kind of event is expected to further elevate the tourism sector, especially in Gunung Kidul region.
It's been 30 minutes. I take you around Yogyakarta to see a wonderful of Yogyakarta. It's now to say goodbye. I'm Tadokang and all crew of Jogja. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. See you and goodbye. While I'm and Basha will around Yogyakarta. Let's go on tour. Come on, Basha.